I stay in shape at almost 70. Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne. Well, I've had a few people make comments on a number of my videos that I wasn't really almost 70 years old. And I truly am almost 70 years old. Okay, so I wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about how I stay in shape pushing 70. Okay, and staying in shape and being healthy, the older we get, can often take work. And for me, it takes a lot of work to stay in the shape that I am in. And I found that when I got into my 50s, it was much harder to keep the weight off. I was having a challenge keeping my weight off. And so I had to really focus on my weight. I had to increase my exercise and I had to decrease some of what I ate. Now, I eat a very healthy diet and I make sure that I'm getting the right amount of foods. And for me, I do a lot of intermittent fasting. I'm not suggesting that to anybody else. I'm just saying what I do. This works for me. I do intermittent fasting, and sometimes that can mean 1 meal a day. Sometimes it can mean 2 meals a day. Sometimes it can even mean skipping a day or two. And that is how I keep my weight off. Now, for other people, that may not work, but for me, it does work. I drink a lot of fresh, healthy water. I am not a tap water type of person. I buy up a lot of spring water. I like spring water. Some people like purified water. Some people like tap water. Some people like water that is filtered. It's whatever works for the person. For me, I like spring water. I grew up on well water and spring water. And so that is what I like. And for me, I exercise a lot. And I dance in the evening, probably for an hour to 2 hours most evenings. Now, I put the dancing videos up, so as you know, I dance here at home. It's fantastic exercise for me. I work out at the gym Monday through Friday, and it's usually about a 2.5 hour workout, which includes an hour and 20 minutes on the elliptical at level 22. And then I go and do weights, for muscle strengthening. And I make sure that I stretch. In the mornings, I go out and I run or walk or even waddle. It's a kind of a combination of all three. And I do that for approximately 5 miles, 7 days a week. I'm a very active person in between. I've always been an active person. I don't notice any differences than in my activity level than when I was in my 20s. I still feel like I'm in my 20s. And my attitude is a really positive attitude, although it's a very realistic one. I like anyone else, get issues, and I deal with them to the very best of my ability. I try to stay away from complaining, and I try to focus on solutions rather than complaining. And I make sure that I get a tremendous amount of rest, good rest, or relaxation and sleep. Sleep is very, very important to me. I believe that the body heals itself during sleep and it regenerates itself. As far as makeup goes, I've done a lot of videos with me without makeup. So someone also made the suggestion, why don't you do videos without makeup? Well, if you go through my shorts especially, you're going to see a lot of me without makeup or with minimal makeup, okay? And it's just that I prefer to wear makeup with the camera because I look washed out. I will look washed out if I don't put some lipstick on or some makeup on. It's just kind of the way it is. But I do a lot of videos, and I have done a lot of videos without makeup. So, you see me both ways. You see me with makeup, you see me without makeup, and you see me dancing, and you see me talk about wisdom. You see me talk about my life. And, so the older that we get, I think the more we have to be aware that our body is changing and that we have to accommodate our body. I believe in having good, great doctors in place for if we ever need them, and hopefully we don't. Many things we can prevent by taking great care of ourselves, and some things just come along with the aging process that sometimes people may need intervention of some form, and that's where great doctors come into play if needed. I have a great support system. I have both family and I have friends. And I believe in building a support system. If you don't have one, there's a lot of other people that don't have one either, and they would love to have one. And sometimes you network and you build your support system with other people that have similar issues so that you can support each other. So for me, I have people in my life that I have built into my life that we're there for each other. And you can actively create any kind of group that you want. And so I have a group that we get together for fitness. We get together, maybe a day a week, and we all kind of go out and walk together or run together or whatever, or exercise together, or even talk over the phone while we're exercising. So, whatever works. I have a group that we're there for each other if there is a crisis or a situation where we can give, emotional support of being there for that person or the person who's going through something. And I also have a very fun group. I call it the Barflies. And it's where we go out once a month. We go out and have an appetizer and a drink, and we have a designated driver. And I'm the designated driver generally because I generally don't drink. And so we always have somebody who doesn't drink who drives. And we go out for a nice drink or a nice meal and maybe a drink. You don't have to necessarily drink just because you go to a bar. Like me, I have Perrier water or some kind of water. And you can do that too. And so having a network of people in your life is really, really important. And yet taking care of your body. In the ways that I've just talked about, rest and sleep and exercise at the right kind. And, everybody's body's different and everybody's at a different place. Not everybody can get up there in stilettos and dance. Some people can only wiggle their toe or their finger, and that's fine as long as you're doing the very best you can with what you have. I always, take into mind that when I'm out there on my stilettos dancing, that not everybody can do that. And, I hope I can do that. I hope I can keep rocking well into my 80s and 90s. And yet, we don't know. And so I am always respectful of people who have their limitations. We all have limitations. And so we have to work with our limitations and be respectful of our own limitations at the same time, making sure that we're doing the very best we can to take care of our body, whether it's through our nutrition, through what we drink, through great habits, through eliminating bad habits. Bad habits can really take its toll on the body. So bringing in good habits and keeping good habits and getting rid of bad habits is one of the best ways of staying young as well. Okay, well, from my house to yours, may God bless you. I hope you like, share, subscribe, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.